I think we can all agree that the names in baseball makes the sport a lot better. Some of my favorite baseball names of all time, Coco Crisp. You cannot tell me that's not a fire name. Even like currently, Mookie Betts is a name. Like there's always been elite level names in the game of baseball. And in today's video, I kind of want to take a trip down memory lane or try to learn some names that I've never heard in the game of baseball. Kenny, what's the difference between a baseball name and a football name? Because they have unique names as well. I don't really know, but there's a distinguishing difference between a football name that Key and Peele parodied years ago versus a baseball name. Look at this man right here. He's in black and white. I couldn't tell you what team he played for and for how long, but his name is Johnny Dickshot. This is a real well, I don't know if he said, this is a real person that existed in the game of Johnny Dickshot. Can I say that on this channel? I don't know. What is the demographic of this channel? I guess I'll censor it. It's not a good name. This is what coming up with a YouTube video is like for like the exterior channels like this one. I woke up this morning and was like, I want to talk about baseball names. So I woke up, I Googled best names in baseball, and I was low-key disappointed in the results. I just figured there would be somebody to have this huge write-up of just the best names and what they did throughout their career. Boom, let's react, let's have some fun. The first thing that came up is an article by the worst website of all time, BuzzFeed. I'm just expecting it to not be great, but I saw this GIF and I was like, it might be some okay names here, right? Names that we haven't heard before. Then it starts out with Yogi Berra. Makes sense. That's a beautiful, beautiful name, but everybody knows Yogi Berra. Nomar Garciaparra deserves to be on this list. It's a fun name to say. Okay, 2 for 2. Ozzie Smith. Ozzie Smith. Did you say nicknames too? Oh, I have included a mix of nicknames and names that fit the baseball spirit. Okay, cool. I guess Wizard of Oz, Z Smith. Cool. I mean, that's a W of a nickname for sure. Darryl. Only reason I know Darryl Strawberry, and this lets you know if you didn't know you're on the casual side of baseball YouTube, is because of the Simpsons baseball episode, which is top 5 of all time. I could make a whole list of my favorite Simpsons episodes. The power plant baseball episode was amazing, and the only reason I know the Darryl chants is because of that, and it made me Google, did that actually happen in real life? And it absolutely did, of them chanting Darryl. Shout out to Darryl Strawberry. Yeah, very disappointed in this list. Let's just go get the best baseball players of all time and write their nickname. Even though Mr. October is probably... Ooh, look what I got. A guy from Lost Threads sent me this. It's a Reggie Jackson Mr. October action figure. What do we call these things? Figure... I don't know. What do you call these things? I just think it's fire. Should I put this on a set somewhere? It's like one of the few baseball things we own. It's not really in frame, but that's the only place I can put it. Coco Crisp, number 3. Okay. Coco's a cool dude, bro. Coco, that's my era. Is Coco still around? Probably not, right? There's no way Coco is still in the league somewhere. Mickey Mantle and Hammering Hank Aaron, rest in peace to the legend. This is a bad article. I'm actually disappointed that I thought that there might have been a possibility of this being worth reading. Talk to him. You really dropped the ball here. What, with a mixture of birth names and baseball nicknames? I'll fix it for you. Oh my God. Okay, Audrey, let's see what you got. Best actual birth names. Some are relatively recent players. Some aren't. Razor Shines. I like it. Urban Shocker. I'm Googling that one. That was top tier. Played. This is what I'm here for. Players that played in the early 1900s. He was 17th in MVP in 1922. We have Tim Spooneyberger. No shot, that's an actual name. There's no way. That's a nickname. There's no way. That's not a birth name. Spoony Barger. Spoony. Oh, he was only in the league for a little bit. Okay, but it looks like he might be coaching somewhere. A little third base coach or something? Okay. Spoony. One of my favorite things to do at baseball games is try to find the most obscure jersey. And last time we went to a White Sox game, I guess it wasn't really that obscure. The best White Sox jersey we saw was somebody had a Kevin Youkilis jersey with the White Sox. And I was just like, oh, that was short-lived and whatever. If you pulled up with a Spooneyberger jersey, you win every award. Please tell me you were an elite level player. I don't think you were. World Series champion? He played for the White Sox? This guy played for the White Sox and I had no idea that we had a guy named Rusty Yada Yada on our team. Wow, that's a W. And he won it in 84, which was the year he was with Detroit. Wow. Rusty, he's an outfielder. Birth name, that's beautiful. Shout out to his parents for understanding the assignment and acing it. Next thing you go tell me he had a brother named Smelly. You know what I'm saying? Because they bodied it. This was 100% better than what BuzzFeed put together. Now we're on to Reddit, which is, I would classify also one of the worst places to be, but I've joined the subreddit because I'm a baseball fan, as you guessed. The greatest and weirdest names in Major League history. A subjective analysis. Part 4? Oh, we're going to part 1. Hold on. This is actually what I was expecting when I typed in coolest and best nicknames or names. I wanted people, normal people, to just have fun with it. Here's the criteria. Players are listed by the official names on Baseball Reference. I was so close to saying Basketball Reference because that's what I'm used to saying. Modern players with nicknames are still sometimes considered official names in the record books, like Coco Crisp. I knew that Coco wasn't his real name, but I never heard him called anything else, so I just always thought that maybe Coco was his real name, but I guess that wasn't his legal name. I'm not including any players that only played in the minors. Sorry, Shadrach McCulvetter. What? I didn't even really think about the fact that there's still like 1,000 players in the minors that never, end up in the majors that probably have great names. So shout out to Thomas Pizza from 5 years ago. It only has 100 upvotes, and it looks like he put a lot of time in it, so I wish he would have got a little bit more recognition for it, but we'll give it to you right now, Mr. Pizza. Thank you. So in the 1870s, wow, they talk about America's pastime. They was not joking about that. Candy Cummings, solid. Ralph Ham, cool. Dickie Flowers. My favorite part of this so far is the fact that we got so many players that were two-way. Candy played the outfield and he was a pitcher. Dickie played middle infield and he pitched. Foghorn Bradley is a really, really good name. Let's see what Foghorn did in his career. He only pitched one season at the age of 20. I keep forgetting that we're talking about very early ages. So this guy pitched 1 year and probably became a carpenter for the rest of his life or something, because baseball was just something to do for fun and not really like a profession. I'm going to put the link in the description to the guy that made the original post because his post history is insane. It's a lot of Boston Red Sox stuff, but really good content. Shout out to Thomas Pizza again, or Pizza Thomas. I quickly forgot. So I went through everything because I don't want to sit here and go through all. So these are my favorite names that I picked out. Redbird. This man, Redbird, had a legendary name and decided he only wanted to pitch one game. 5 innings. Was he good? Well, okay. Not very. But what a name. This was my nickname in high school. Lil Stoner was in the league for a decent amount of time. Shout out to Lil Stoner. What is birth name? It doesn't. Oh, okay. Full name is Ulysses Simpson Grant Stoner. I completely understand by shortening that and calling him Lil Stoner. It's not necessarily a crazy name. I just thought it was funny that this man's name was Eddie Murphy. Then we got Possum Witted. Listen, I have dyslexia and I dropped out of college, so I can't really read that well. Not to be confused with Opossum, but just Possum. I've been through a lot of these Basketball Reference pages, and what I'm noticing that a lot of these players were actually very short. I could have been elite back in the 1800s when it came to baseball. The only Nolan. And his shirt, his shirt says right there. Doesn't it say only Nolan on his shirt or something like that? He declared himself in the 1800s that he was the only one. Arenado, Ryan, y'all don't count because he is the only. Real name is Edward Sylvester Nolan. I don't know how you get the name The Only. Same guy. This is Thomas Pizza. Had another, he just had us a lot of fun on Basketball Reference. All-time greatest team made up of players named after food. So you got Rick Sweets, Candy LaChance, Cookie Rojas, Pie Trainer, Oyster Burns, Turkey, I'm not pronouncing that, Mike Trout, look at that, I forgot that Trout is actually a fish, Darryl Strawberry, and Jim Rice. You got someone named Mark Hamburger. That's amazing. And then lastly, an all-time greatest team made up of players who have the same names as other famous people. All right, the catcher, Biz Mackey Close to Marquee is what I'm guessing. Yeah, that's he's going for. Rest in peace to the legend. Davy Crockett. Oh my God. You have Bill Murray, of course, the one and only. Well, I guess not one and only because he got the same name as this Bill Murray. Jim Morrison. Mike Tyson in the league. Joe Frazier. Okay. Davy Jones. They like Davy Jones's locker? Ooh. Or a member of the Monkees. I don't know music, so don't crucify me for not knowing that band. I was thinking Davy Jones's locker. Is that just in SpongeBob? I didn't know if that was a real thing or not. John Kennedy just feels like such a normal name. Dave Clark, Jimmy Stewart. We have George Washington, Rick James, Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson played when Michael Jackson was around. You know what I'm saying? Mike Myers. And of course, how can we forget Will Smith, or like the other Will Smith? Because this one's talking about a pitcher. And this is why Reddit is also funny. Really expected Carlos Santana to be there. Makes sense. And then this guy says, and Bo Jackson has the same name as a running back for the Raiders. And then people jumped on the same joke. Same with Deion Sanders and Michael Jordan. He did it. You don't have to make the same joke. He did it. Okay. Baseball names are legendary and fun. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like. What is the content on this channel? If it has anything to do with baseball, I'm willing to upload it. That's just what we found out.